Welcome to the first ContaTour podcast of 2022. We are returning to our tourism classes, and today I invite you to attend a super important lesson that will change your life. Do you already know the 2030 agenda? Have you heard of the 70 Sustainable Development Goals? Today, you will discover each one of them, and you will be able to apply the Sustainable Development Goals in your businesses and your community. If you don't know which path to choose to operationalize sustainable development, please visit our website exagroupcanada.com/contact, exagroupcanada.com/contact. The link is available on your screen, and fill out our form. In addition to your contact details, you can attach files to present your demand better. What is sustainable development? I am Mark Xavier, founder CEO of EXA Group Canada, and I'm going to tell you the fantastic vision of the future of the 2030 agenda. Since 2015, we have been in this fight. Come and join efforts for the sustainable world of 2030. The world needs more love, and me, my family, my friends, and you will make a difference. Be the difference in your community by acting responsibly and sustainably. Now, let's get down to business. What is sustainable development? What is sustainability? Where did this fantastic idea come from? The term sustainability appeared for the first time in 1560 in Germany, the province of Saxony. Anyone who thinks this term is current and came up with the United Nations is wrong. The term, which is written there on your screen, was used to express concern about the rational use of forests so that they could regenerate and maintain themselves permanently. However, my friend, a captain transformed in 1713 the word sustainability in a strategic concept in Saxony. Captain Hans Carl von Carlowitz wrote a paper in Latin that served as guideline for the replanting of trees in the forest regions due to mining, which at that time needed a lot of charcoal for the ovens. This document received the title of Economic Forestry. At the end of the World War II, the term sustainability became more comprehensive. Until then, it was applied only to agriculture. With the end of the war, sustainability developed the premise of good in itself, mitigated anthropocentrism. The United Nations took possession of the term, and in 1972, during the first World United Nations Conference on the Human Environment, they created the United Nations Environment Programme in Stockholm. In 1984, a year before YouTube's most beloved tourism expert was born, the United Nations created the World Commission on Environment and Development, whose motto was a global agenda for change. In 1987, the results appeared with the report of Our Common Future, also called the Brundtland Report. Attention you young people who are watching me from the other side of the screen. For everything and pay attention to what I am going to say now. In this Brundtland report, the expression sustainable development is born, defined as development that meets the needs of current generations without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs and aspirations. This is the classic definition of literature on the subject. Now comes a fascinating fact. But before you have more knowledge on the subject, leave your like on the video. Please leave it to share until the end. And now you can write your comments down below while watching the video. I will answer them all. During the timeline we are talking about, right after Brundtland report, the United Nations met in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, holding the first Earth Summit in 1992. During this event, several important documents for the international system were created. CAIN, Agenda 21, the Rio de Janeiro Declaration, and the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. In 1997, Rio de Janeiro hosted the second Earth Summit on Sustainability and Development, and in 2002, it was held in Johannesburg, South Africa. In 2012, the United Nations held the United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development. The main themes were sustainability, green economy, and global environment governance, with the main goal of promoting actions on sustainable development. This event generated value to the world, giving rise to the research and development of the 2030 Agenda and the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. For me, in my humble opinion, there is a massive incoherence between sustainability and public policies offered by Brazil. The country supported the conversations and negotiations that led to emergence of the 2030 Agenda. Maybe South America has the same perception, but we see in Brazil a government that resists joins to the international system. It is as if they saw the developed countries as colonizing and not as whole in the international system. This is the humble opinion of this human who speaks to you today. In 2015, the world took a deep dive into the premises of sustainable development. The United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development was approved in 2015, the 2030 Agenda, and the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. It is imperative to point out that the 2030 Agenda was primarily responsible for the approval of the Paris Agreement to reduce the increase in the planet's global temperature. Did you manage to get the link to COP26? And the Glasgow Declaration? EXA Group Canada has been a signatory of the Glasgow Declaration for Climate Action in Tourism since November 2021. And we are helping our clients and influential communities to achieve net zero carbon emissions by 2030. Let's reduce the goal by 20 years. The 2030 Agenda is an action plan for people, the planet, and prosperity. The 2030 Agenda is an action plan for people, the planet, and prosperity. It has an expiration date between 2015 and 2030. And we are almost halfway through the last decade. Imagine now the challenge of achieving the expected results after entering a time of pandemic and so many other armed conflicts around the world. The 2030 Agenda speaks of peace and freedom. Past generations spoke of peace and love. There are still wars, hunger, slavery, pollution, waste, and so many other ills that plague our world with sadness. I cannot believe that people are still wasting time with meaningless fights. With so much confusion, we need more union to regenerate the planet and create new paths for the economy. Things that only sustainability can solve at the moment. The 2030 Agenda is premised on eliminating poverty and hunger, protecting the planet from degradation, determining and ensuring that every human can enjoy prosperity and complete their life. Economics, social issues, and technological progress occur in harmony with nature. The agenda also aims to ensure that every human seeks pacification, so that societies are inclusive and free from fear and violence. The agenda is determined to mobilize and create new paths for the world by promoting a global partnership for sustainable development based on the spirit of strengthening international solidarity. My friend, I know that's a lot of information for a short class time. So, pay attention to this information. 2030 Agenda has 17 Sustainable Development Goals and 169 targets. I will tell you what these 70 goals are. Goal number 1 is to end poverty in all its forms everywhere. Goal number 2 is to end hunger, achieve food security, improve nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. Goal number 3 is to ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all ages. Goal number 4 is to provide inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities. Goal number 5 is to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. Goal number 6 ensures availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. Goal number 7 provide access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. Goal number 8 promote sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and protective employment, and decent work for all. Goal number 9 is to build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation. Goal number 10 is to reduce inequality within and among countries. Goal number 11 is to make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Goal number 12 is to ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. Goal number 13 is to take urgent actions to combat climate changes and its impact. Goal number 14 is to conserve and sustainably use the oceans, seas, and marine resources for sustainable development. Goal number 15 is to protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, combat desertification, halt and reverse land degradation, and halt biodiversity loss. Goal number 16 is to promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels. Goal number 17 is to strengthen the means of implementation and revitalize the global partnership for sustainable development. Attention you who didn't sleep in today's classes and are super excited and curious to know the details of the 70 Sustainable Development Goals that I mentioned and this 169 targets of these goals. I have news for you. Subscribe to EXA Group Canada channel here on YouTube and have exclusive access to the content of the Sustainable Development classes. Activate the notification bell so you always receive exclusive content from the ContaTour podcast and the other tourism playlists we have here for you. If you haven't dared to hit the like button, do it now, my friend. Leave your like and share with your contacts this outstanding content completely free for you. You who are there on the other side of the screen and have absorbed the content so far, write a comment telling me if you knew that the term sustainability has existed for many centuries and what are your thoughts about the 2030 agenda. There will be 4 more videos explaining the details of 2030 agenda and the 70 Sustainable Development Goals. Suppose you like your work and decide to contribute to our growth. In this case, the ContaTour podcast is a project of the 10-year Countdown Sustainable Development Program, created and developed by EXA Group Canada since 2020. You can purchase our partnership and sponsorship offers on our website or donate to our startup to invest in free content about tourism and sustainable development. You are present in the first class of the ContaTour podcast of 2022. I am pleased to be back with you and contribute to your professional and personal growth, awakening sustainable awareness in your everyday attitudes. I am Edmark Xavier, and as always, it's a pleasure to be here with you. That's all for today, and soon there is more content for you. EXA Group Canada, positive attitudes for a sustainable world.